Alright, y'all. I'm gonna make the video because this dude right here, the Watson Family Podcast, he gets on my nerves about like Eric and Patrick. I'm gonna let y'all know Eric and Patrick, I don't have a pick. Both of them are scums. But this dude right here he loves Eric so much, you would think they was, together. He always giving him excuses. So let's check this out. We'll break this down.
So I may head up there this weekend if he's still there and just maybe do like a small little live. He's 100% legit. I can do that about people that I grew up with, the people, creator of that page, the money that comes in through there. Patrick is over that money. What money is the owner and the...
He's about to talk about the Whitaker family channel, the page. Who's in charge of it?
The creator of that page, the money that comes in through there to get that money. I can't stress this enough.
Okay.
The Whitaker family is not going to get that money. Patrick is the owner and the creator of that page. The money that comes in through there, Patrick is over that money. What money that came out of that was taken out of the account, Patrick was overseeing that until Eric questioned it. And, Eric wanted transparency with Patrick and wanted to know that the money was going to go to the Whitakers. Well, it's not.
Alright, first off, now, he says Patrick's creator and in charge of it. First off, I do want to go on there and see when it's created. But, this right here, my eyes can tell me this right here. Eric was still getting on the Whitaker family, the channel, even after this whole breakup and everything. Ever since them two broke up and got a divorce, he was still getting on there, running the views up, still getting super chats. Okay, well, let me tell you something, Mr. Watson Family Podcast. If Eric is not in it for the money, and Eric is not getting a dime, one, why would he be running up a channel about somebody he bashes and has done him wrong that he claims is just terrible, and it was terrible before, but he gave him a chance? That's one. Why run up the channel so he could get money, so Patrick could get money? All right. Two, if Eric wasn't in it for the money, Mr. Watson Family Podcast, why wouldn't he turn off the monetization? Because Eric himself said he controls the channel as far as producing content, stuff like that. But Patrick gets the money. So if that is true, why don't he turn off monetization? Just turn them off. Turn off super chats. Because Dwayne was on the other night and said, oh, y'all need to chill with the super chats. Don't chill with them. Cut them off. Alright. So I want you to explain that, Watson family. Why would he run up a channel with views and everything just so Patrick could collect? And why don't he turn off the monetization if he don't want anybody to donate to him? So that's two questions for you, Mr. Watson family. Since you do your fact check that.
This bottom line, it's not going to the Whitakers. It's going to, if you're pro Patrick, then buy.
Oh, hold up now. If you're pro Patrick, hold on now. What about you, Mr. Pro Eric? Eric said he got money right now for the Whitakers. Why don't he put it in a trust? Why don't he do a screenshot of something, of account number and all, well, of account that he put it in a trust for the Whitakers? Why don't he do it? Because he don't have it. He's not ever going to give it to them, and he's a scumbag, just like Patrick. Now come on.
By all means, keep donating, because he's either going to drink that money up or party with his friends, or you're going to fund Patrick building his house. You're going to pay for his insulation.
Hold up. You said if you donate, you're going to pay for his insulation. Isn't that what Eric did? Give him money for the insulation out of the Whitaker's money? Yeah, sure did. You forgot that, didn't you? Alright. Secondly is, why do you bash Patrick, but you don't bash Eric? I know the answer to that, but why not? Huh? Secondly, you said you got no skin in the game, but you got a lot of tough feelings against Patrick right now. Like you lost your money. Why? Because he's messing with your friend? Alright, come on.
You're going to pay for his interior walls. You're going to pay for his plumbing. You're going to pay for his floors. You're going to basically pay to help this man build a house. And it's a little messed up because this money's supposed to be going to build the Whitakers a new house. Not Patrick Rourke. Okay? This is not about donating money to Patrick Rourke. He is not Patrick Whitaker. He's Patrick Rourke. He is not a Whitaker. He's not related to the Whitakers. He's just a neighbor up the street. And I'm kind of guessing that maybe when Mark Leda come out here from California, that maybe Patrick was the door that opened for people to learn who the Whitakers are. They went out there, or Mark Leda went out there, and he filmed the Whitakers, had a couple of episodes, and then, it ended. Once BJ pulled the crap that she pulled, and things just fell all to pieces.
First off, Mark Leda, he did go out there. He did film, made some videos. Along with, when he did things, he showed the receipts. Alright. But not only that, Mark showed the GoFundMe, how much it actually brought in. He showed how much he gave them. Now, he did leave because they kept lying to him, and nobody wants to sit around with people that keep lying to you. So I don't knock him, and he don't hate the family. They just lying to him. He just, if you got family members or friends lie to you all the time, you ain't gotta hate them. You just don't deal with them. So that's what that was. But he showed everything. He showed it. I'm not talking about, transparency is showing something that is said to be true. Transparency ain't like what Eric doing or Patrick doing, saying it's true. You can't be transparent if you don't show something. And they ain't showing, they telling. And all you doing is repeating what he's saying, Mr. Pro Eric. Alright, come on.
He saw the silver white lining in the clouds and said, maybe this guy can come and help me grow my page, and,
It's funny, maybe Patrick did see him and all that, but I'm going to tell you something. If you go watch Dad Talks and see the numbers, Eric is not this super content creator or podcaster by no means. And he even said on one of the videos he lived paycheck to paycheck. He came in here and he even said that what this page did was unusual. Well, it's not unusual, it don't happen much, but it happens more part of you think. That's what's called going viral. There's a lot of channels that blown up, and been 2 years old. It's got 200,000 subscribers and all that stuff. But and Whitaker family did move fast, but they a lot of people already knew about the Whitakers because of Mark. So Mark helped. He the one that blew it up, and then it went cold for a while, and then they came in and they sparked it. But uh, I don't know that Patrick seen dollar sign when he saw Eric on no damn podcast, because Dad Talk ain't doing numbers like that. In fact, he said his passion, but he's not once even thought about being on there, even ever since he broke up with Patrick. Check it.
Grow my channel and help me make even more money. So, I don't know how the conversation went down. I just know that all of a sudden, here's Eric showing up in West Virginia, and here's Patrick, a guy I have no way of even knowing who this guy is. But I would, take the time to sit and let his leg heal, so that he wouldn't say I was whooping up on a, disabled person. But his leg will heal eventually, and if he sees my videos and if he has anything he wants to say to me and why I called him a scumbag, I'll give him my phone number, I'll give him my address, and I'll be more than glad to take a ride up there to good old West Virginia and look him in the face and say, yeah, you're a fucking scumbag. Would have no hesitation in doing it whatsoever.
First off, let me tell you something, you hick. You ain't tough. And the loudest ones like you in the room is always the weakest, for one. For two, yes, he's a scumbag. So is Eric a scumbag. But if you think I'm sitting up here caring about fighting one of those, like, that would be so far out of what I'm thinking about. What's making you so mad that you would literally want to egg him on and harm that dude? What is it? So, man, you got to get a grip, bro. You fall in love with Eric or something, bro? Or is that what you're doing? That's got to be what it's doing. You fall in love with Eric. And, you see what happens whenever you don't do what Eric says. His last boyfriend, Patrick, didn't do what he says. And guess what happened? They broke up. And he went back to Georgia. So be careful with Eric now. Y'all check this out.
But anyway, that's not me being Billy Badass or anything. That's just me pursuing it. Even though Patrick was Patrick was his local contact. Mark Lada didn't have a contact when he came to West Virginia. He just came there and sent money and tried to help Whitakers. There was no reason why Eric couldn't have done the same thing. Whenever Patrick reached out to Eric and Eric had those reservations, he should have said.
First off, Eric didn't have no reservations. He jumped at it because he saw, just like Patrick, what Soft White Underbelly did. And Mark went to odd West Virginia because, just like everybody else, we know there's a lot of inbred people there and different type people, hillbillies and all that. Well, he went there to take pictures. He was a photographer. A police officer recommended him to go with a camcorder to the Whitakers. He didn't even want to take camcorder. And he took pictures first. But a police officer put him on them. So he did. He had somebody introduce him. And he took off from there. You're right. He did. He took care of him and let him know. He actually told him when he was coming up, unlike Eric just pops up. So that's a little bit of that for you, Mr. Hillbilly.
And you know what? I'll help. But I'm not going to do it the way you want me to do it. I will create a page myself. I'm not going to jump into the bandwagon and jump in your page. Don't write Eric off just yet. He has not decided that he's not going to do anything else. As far as I understand, he is still planning on trying to move forward with getting the Whitakers a house built. He's just going to go about it in a different way than what he was going about it. If he does create, a separate channel, just for the Whitakers, where you can go on and donate money, that would be great. But since he don't have...
Oh my God, y'all! I can't hear no. I can't watch no more of this dude. He is such a damn. So now he's trying to get in with a scam. Let me tell you something, man. Anybody else send any more money to a Whitaker page is they something wrong with them. Secondly, is quit trying to promote anybody between Eric and Patrick, bro. And let me tell you something. He never wanted to build a house. He wasn't close to it because he had no permits. And I'm keep saying he had no permits. I'm keep saying all this stuff because just because he said it, he ain't transparent. He didn't show pictures of nothing. So, no, he, you know, he's not going to build a house. Period. Let's get that straight. Secondly, is if you was any kind. Oh, I meant to say this. I'm gonna leave it at this. You so Billy Bad tough, right? That a woman made you cry. Yeah, you remember? You said your wife left you in that parking lot sitting still and pulled over. You started crying, boo-hoo like a little baby. So I don't want to hear. I want you to hear. I want to hear you never ever hear you again say anything about it, what you could do to anybody.